Gather your speed. This will work, what I bring through. Just shut your lips and listen to my voice. I will resound through this building, this night, and for all time. For it is written in the stars that I will do this. And I am the one that brought them into being throughout all creation. Welcome, my children. It's so lovely to be here attached. As of old, in the days of my youth, this house was not even built yet. And now it is a star in my light, and I gather my flock to myself that have resurrected in its being, just of late, into the new Jerusalem of which was foretold of so long back. Of my announcers of such that has now happened in my presence as I looked and overshadowed the work in the heavens of my dominion in the light of love of all eternal from now on. It has been gathered to myself, and I watch with great glee at what comes next, for it is a future that has just been written, and to none has it been revealed of what will come now in my presence from this moment on, of this evening, gathered here in this collection of light, all of the star children looking on from my creation from other worlds, as well as you, yourselves, immediately in my presence of this evening, to come and listen to my voice as I have so directed. Welcome forth each one. I must address my headscarf. It is not right when it is not covered in my house, in my light of love, in my direct adornments of my being. Such love there is in this star. This house has gathered so much to it over the years. Its very prism is resonant to my heart, and I love to attach more to each matrix in its being, since it was first created in my name and love of light in all eternal of my record books. It is silver with blue tinges of the finest essence as I look, and quite sweet in its dominion, of a fragrance you can't yet resurrect in your dimension of life, due to the violence of so much in your disturbed planet. But it will come in time, if this house's light continues and gathers more speed in my name. I am the one that created it forth, from substance unknown to you, more than Atrum, of which Josias is king, my Saviour YESHUA, the master of so much, my Son of love, who integrated his being into this world, of which you know, and in ways you do not at this time. But he is herewith at my side, for those of you that can see and shelter him in your hearts. Try and feel the love present in your own beings as I speak through this Magdalene of my own, and he within. They are one combined in much, and have for all eternal remained in this sense as one being. They were that before the Magdalene, back in those days of yore, back in the Galilee of Nazareth, Bethany, and beyond, to the states of light of my kingdom, of the heights of Christ, to which he has now arisen in these last few weeks and months, for my observation of her integration into the Christ planes of my dominion, more than the messianic and the solar planes of the solar lords of God's grace that govern all of my universes as I so direct. Worlds will change. Governance will change. The hearts of men will change. Women, too, will suffer much for what they have done and not loved in my name. They abandoned themselves. They shook where light should have existed. They cast out what should have remained. My light integrated forth and came not into their being, to pass straight through when it should have remained, to raise them up, sweeten their force, empower their love, and their life force to brighten. My resonance to attain and remain, and yet it passed straight through when I called them into my heart for this new Jerusalem attachment that has now taken forth into all dominance of those that I have chosen and called to myself, and will remain there for all eternity as I have so directed. And it is an honour to have them forth in my kingdom of love, now henceforth into the evermore of the beyond. I am so proud to have them revealed in my name to my next kingdom, for they made it through all their efforts, their love, their gifts, their teachings, their healings, so much that they have shared and kept not to themselves, but to give to others in my name, as I recollect each one and each attachment that they shed to set forth their beings into the now and the beyond of where they have now arrived in my name. And I congratulate them forth, every one of them, and pat them on the head and on the back and upon the heart, and carry their resonance sweet into all dominions of my essence from this day forth. Today is the announcement of this, of the arrival of my few. For so few made it, and I called them much, so many, but they just couldn't do what I wished. They wished otherwise. False prophets took, leadership detained, lack of belief in themselves, hearts closed through pain and suffering, all where there should have been none, but love divine of my name, for which I gathered them all, my flock, into my sheepfold of love divine. But so few arrived, and it is sad to watch. My heart sinks a little to know how many have not come when they should have. Good men of old and womenkind, great teachers and healers, great givers of love in all directions. I wish them, they were willed, but they could not attend, and I called each name, and the angels went to gather them unto the flock of my dominion. And now they are lost for some time. Too many millions of years to look back at this time of how long it will take for their arrival, if they come yet at that point. And so much will have happened by then, of which you will not be told as yet, while you transform this world as much as you can in the preparation for Christ's coming. And that is an event of great joy indeed, for it is long foretold in the Essene record books that the Dead Sea, it has been announced by the Essene of long gone, thousands of years ago, before Yeshua even became one of their kind and a Messiah. The Messiah of myself. We will watch every heart, every shudder, every shake, every look, every expression, every doing, every being, every determinate voice to achieve what they could not in the now that has just gone. And I selected my few. I called them much, but they would not listen. I felt their resonance, and they ran away. It was too pure for them. In a corrupt world of death and confusion, evil and wrong, they preferred that to change in their system of being. And that is traumatic to their house, as they continue to live on in that house, in a falling apart creation of what has now arrived, to pay back the suffering of much. When I had planned such beauty, such peace, such giving and gifting and sharing and teaching of light and beauty of the beyond that is not even taught on this planet at this time. It is unknown. It will not be shared with the many, but just with the few, as of this gathering this night. And it is my opportunity to share this to you dear souls who truly treasure what was of worth in this world, and come week after week to my name's presence to listen and drive their future even brighter in the gloriousness of my heart and teachings divine in the beyond of now to each one of them. As I praise you, I bless each heart now as I look. It raises a few more degrees, each sovereign being amongst you, as you are becoming and working towards in my name. As I have gathered forth much over the centuries, the millennia, so many millennia, but you are still on your path and determined to succeed. And I have gratitude by that for coming this night to make this huge journey worth it. The other side of the universe is to be here in the now, as I speak, with my escort of great beings from all creation and all times of life and dominions of which you know not. We have 500,000 souls here at my side. Lord YESHUA is one. Jesus the Great. He met his fate at Golgotha, of which I will not speak, for he is far greater than any of that lot knew that tormented him in such horror. I will not remain and speak of in your presence, to abuse your vibration, which such death, of which is unspeakable. He endured it all and came out the winner. My sun, shining in light, as no other possesses in this universe and all universes combined. He is the greatest being ever to walk in my name on this earth or anywhere. It makes me emotional. I am so proud of him. So very, very proud of him. He adjusted to what no man could. He endured it. He preserved much that disaster should have struck. He held it back in his domain so it could attach in times now to come forth to the glory that is God, to my own being, in his servitude of my name, with the Lord I am at his side. The world knows not of this, but it has come forth in this new era that has just begun, spoken about in the Dead Sea Scrolls, of which description will be given in this next newsletter, for which the Magdalene has presented to the world's nations to come forth to their minds and hearts and understanding of what I planned in the very beginning, before this world even existed, to my name and glory as of old. All I dictate will come forth. Fear not, my children of this house. Your names are read in my book of life, and nothing shall attach of an evil nature to the scene of YAHWEH and the Nazarite, Jesus, my son, of which you are his dominion of this house, for many of those hearts gathered here this night, and always, for all time. The Nazarites will never detach from Lord YESHUA, the Christ King, the Messianic King of my heart. He is one governor you know not in full strength. He has power like you do not know. He shares much, but keeps much back to himself for his own preservation amongst the stars. For not all is peace, as this world is determined to destroy through its roughness, hatred, and greed, the things that were never theirs in the beginning, but mine. I created them forth, and I will bring them back to myself if they cannot live in peace and caretake what I gave them to govern with their love, their power, their sweetness, and the glory that is my name in their hearts, to share with the fairy folk, the nature masters, the crystal masters, the angels of the land, the air, the earth, the water, all angels that they walk among and see not, and hear not, and feel not, and more often than not, touch not. They are abandoned of themselves through their ignorance of my presence in their lives. And this will not come back. If they are so determined to shut me out and live in violence, I will not remain with that attitude, and they will self-disrupt and destruct of their own doing, for hatred of all life that they have been given in peace. I am the creator of life. I am its source. I am its beauty beyond, its vibration, its dominion, its harmony, its justice, its holy law, its rhythm, if you like, that makes everything flow, everything work, one by another, brother by brother, sisterhood in the glory that is my own, of the earthly mother and the heavenly Father and the Christ determinate Son, of great infinite beauty in the heights and here down below, of which many of you are new, even now, in this house. But teachings are coming forth, and we will share more to those that wish to glorify their lives, to be the bearer of great fruit to the earth and those willing to learn, to wish to captivate the truths of my heart and the glory that is my name, is what made YESHUA, my son, desirous, up in the heights, and the Lord of the morning star, the government of all universes of my creation and dominion, now and evermore. He sits at the head of that huge table that governs all life. This is why he is the Lord of life, as well as the Lord of light and love. He is the Lord of all sorts, known and unknown. He has a mind beyond your comprehension. So endearing, so true, so gentle, so sweet, so trustworthy, and worthy of holding such an office of such dominion of my name as my seat to stand upon this night in your presence, to speak forth through this Magdalene of his own. She knew something was coming forth this night, but was not told what, as is usual for her events on this evening's gathering of love divine into this house. And she will be surprised at what has come forth through her being, as always. I like to make it a surprise for her, so she finds a resurrection in a sense, and she comes back into the body and listens forth to my name. This is spoken through her, differently each time, a different subject, a different being, a different vibration, a different solar ray colour, a different fragrance and perfume that alters this house much in its rising up to the stars from whence it came in the very beginning of my name. So many millions of years back, there stood a temple of light where this house now stands. This is being resurrected, unknown to you, but it is all the same. And I worship this little bit of land, for it is a part of my own. And before Atlantean times, way, way back, in this earth's very beginning. None of you knows this fact, for I have just announced it. And it glows with a hum, which Eddie has heard. This is what he listens to, of which he was speaking earlier. He hears the hum of the earth, the glory that is my name, with the angels of earth, protecting this sacred land upon which this house sits. He is very honoured to have assisted hearing like this. A very finely attuned clairaudience that is not known to this world and not common. So congratulations, my son. Maintain this gift. It holds much for you to attain in future days, weeks, months and years as it develops into the now and beyond for your future work yet to come that has not been revealed to you as yet, but it is on its way. And your vision is improving also as I watch. You will be a master in some time. Very interesting work to come. I like what I see. So congratulations to you. I honour your work, and I will look with great interest on where it leads you. In the rest of this house, you are developing as I watch and direct forth. You are developing, even if you know not, in ways unseen. For it is all directed, as I said, in my name, when I call in certain gifts and achievements and congratulations at fulfilling certain marker posts of your levels of attainment that I have set in place for all mankind. The few make it forth this far, and you have done. So keep going. Keep going. You are willing in much to your greater goodhood, and I love to see such progress in your sight. And I bless each one, and will now detach.